Alright guys, so we're going to talk about some Prism sights. We've got three. We've got the Trijicon ACOG, a Burris AR-332, and a Vortex Spitfire 3X Prism sight. These are all somewhat similar in, I guess, the way they operate, and this is a 4X, the other two are 3X. And I just wanted to talk about some of the differences, and really the pros of all of them are both eyes open shooting, pretty quick target transitions without, while you still have some magnification. So they're a little bit better for longer range, or medium range, I guess, in addition to up close and personal shooting. The Trijicon's obviously pretty expensive. I don't know what they're running for these days, but $1,400 and up, I'm guessing, on these. One thing, this is Man Size Targets Trijicon. And I know he said that on his first one he bought the I don't know, the red dot on top, I don't remember what they call that, so that he could do close-up shooting with it a little bit easier. It turns out that really wasn't worth it for him, and I tend to agree. So, but what he's got on this one is just the standard fiber optic Trijicon. It's got the tritium, so a really bright optic. One of the things I've noticed about this is it's a really bright optic. I do like the reticle. It's got and I'll roll some footage into that. But it's got fine hash marks. Would be a little bit better than, say, the Burris for longer distance stuff. And it is set up for 223. I don't remember the bullet weight and all that, but anyway, it's set up for 223. Ballistic drop compensated. Really all around good optic, and I think for, you know, if money's not part of the equation, it's probably the best AR optic on the planet, in my opinion. But it's really pricey. Okay, so here we have the Vortex. This is an optic I think it's pretty new. I was not aware of this until just a little while ago, but it's a Spitfire. Also, it's a 3X like the Burris. It looks a lot like the Burris. It's got the removable rails just like the Burris does. It's got etched glass, which I'm a huge fan of etched glass, but it also has red and green illumination. 3X. The reticle on this is closer to the ACOG, I guess. A little bit different than the Burris. So this one also has some good up close capability, but some finer hash marks for medium and longer range. You know, if once you get it dialed in, anyway. Also, ballistic drop compensated for 223. This one's on a 308, but you can sort that out by just taking it to the range and getting some time on it and knowing where it hits. Anyway, the optic itself, I'm really impressed with. I don't know what else to say. What's the cost on these? $480, something like that?
No, $350.
Really? Okay, I thought it was a little higher than that. Okay, awesome. That's even better. I was thinking it was in the 400s, high 400s, but yeah, and not bad. It's a good mid-range price point for a good optic, and Vortex has a pretty good name. They've got some decent optics out there, so I'm glad they came out with this. The base looks pretty sturdy. Is this the base that came with it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's about the right height.
Yeah, it's about the right height. It looks pretty sturdy. Looks like it's pretty easy to center up. I don't know if we can catch that here, but the problem I had with the Burris is it's really hard to center and level your optic with the base that comes with it. So I went ahead and bought a aftermarket base. But anyway, I really like the base.
Weight's not too bad.
Yeah, pretty good on weight. Eye relief, field of view, all that good stuff, and I'm going to look those specs up and post them. But it's all pretty solid with this Vortex. Okay, so here we've got the Burris AR-332. Burris has several of these. They've got a one power optic. They've actually got a new 1 power optic as well that's a little bit different, but they've got the 132 and the 536 or something like that. So you've got a 1X, 3X, and 5X. The 3X I felt was more like what I wanted to be able to shoot up close and transition pretty quickly, so I felt the 5X was a little bit much. So anyway, I got the The 332, it's pretty good, lightweight, a lot cheaper than the ACOG for sure, and it's got a lot of the same features as the Vortex did, or a lot of the same traits. The reticle's a little less fine. It's more of a EOTech style reticle with several dots and a ring. Not a whole lot to say that I didn't say about the Vortex. It's just kind of another style of prism sight, low end, medium range price point for a prism sight. It also has etched glass, which I love, and it's got green and red illumination. One thing I didn't mention on the Vortex is last night the illumination seemed really bright. Today, when daylight came out, it didn't seem that bright. So I don't know. It might take some more experimentation on both of these optics to kind of see what lighting they work best in and when the illumination works pretty well. Anyway, once again, it's got removable little rails on it. I need to take those off because I'm never going to use them, and it's just added weight. The Burris does come with a sun shade, so you can put an extended tube in there. I got the kill flash separately, and I wanted to put that in. It's not compatible with the tube, so and I don't really need a sunshade for an optic like this. It's not a really long range kind of a gun, but so it does come with some stuff, you know, some extra stuff. Like I said earlier, the base wasn't very good that the Burris comes with, so I put the American Defense. I think this is a ADB3 mount, I think is what it is. Anyway, it's a QD, so you just pop it off. I like QDs, but I don't know that that's necessary on an optic. If you if your optic breaks, you're going to shoot over the top of it until you get somewhere where you can take it off anyway. So. I don't know, anything else you guys can think of?
The eye relief on that one, is it different? I noticed it's scooted further back.
I don't know if it is. I tend to scoot optics back because I don't know if it's something with my glasses, but I have to get pretty close to optics. I'm going to have to look the eye relief up.
It is further back than the Vortex.
Than those, yeah. Yeah, you've got a backup sight behind yours. I thought about doing that, and I kind of played around with the distance a little bit, but for me it didn't make too much of a difference, so I put it there.
One thing I noticed with the ACOG is when I get up on it to really get a full field of view, a lot of times, especially with gear on, it tends to bump me in the face. Like if I have shooting glasses on, it bumps me in the face. It's not bad. It's just a little tap, but it's kind of distracting.
Yeah, I know the eye relief is a little bit further on the Burris than the ACOG. I haven't compared it to the Vortex, but now that's on paper. It may work out to different people may feel differently about it, but on paper the eye relief and exit pupil and honestly the field of view on paper is supposed to be better on the Burris than the ACOG, but we were getting a little bit different feel for it this morning. You know, the ACOG really looks like it's giving you a lot to see and up close, a little bit closer up than the others, but
it's a little bit clearer than the Vortex and and I think I would rank them as far as optical clarity. The Vortex and the Burris are pretty close, but I think I'd give the edge to the Vortex, but it's also a new optic, and so sometimes to me it seems like they darken a little bit with time.
That's true, and mine's pretty dirty. I don't do a good job of keeping it clean.
But they're all
that too.
Clear glass, in my opinion. Yeah. Clear enough to see out to what you're going to shoot it at with that kind of optic.
Yeah.
You know, even out 500-600 yards.
Yeah. I've been very impressed with all of them. I was kind of I was fighting the fight of trying to figure out one optic to do every roll. The ACOG looked like the best one, but it's too pricey for me. I can't spend that much on an optic and have any chance of buying any guns or optics in the near future. So, but I've been really impressed with them all. I kind of took a chance on the Burris. I didn't think it was going to be that good of an optic, but it worked out. And looks like I'm going to be buying a Vortex in the near future because I really like that one. Anyway, they're all pretty good optics, I think.